You are. Now it's a boy and April Thompson. I'm sorry.
All the way down. Middle school all the way down. Middle school all the way to the end.
All the way down. All the way down. Fill the spots, guys. We gotta get high school in here too. Fill the spots.
All right, good morning. Thanks for giving up your little bit of your morning here to celebrate some kids. Before I get started, just want to talk a little bit about spring sports. We've had a really successful year all the way around. Tonight, baseball team competing in the regional final at home up in Tony at Dick Leonard Field. They're going to take on Edgar at 5 o'clock. I know they'd be appreciative of your support. No charge to the game tonight, so it is free admission. So if you're looking for something new, come on out and shoot a baseball team on. It's a regional final. First one since 2019 that we've had the opportunity to compete in. The girls, all the way to the regional final this year, had a great season. Done amazing. Our golf team last night just missed going to state. Kevin and Parker, 4-time sectional qualifiers, had a great season there too. So all the way around, we've had just an amazing sports season. And a lot of that, accredited to a lot of the work ethics that have been put into the offseason. Track-wise, we have had an amazing season. Probably, the best I've had in the 2 years I've been the head coach. We had 27 all conference earners. We have 4 state qualifiers, 2 regional champions. We won one, boys won the Bruce Invite this year. We had 5 girls that could compete with just about any team that we went with in the top 3 or 4 of every meet that we went to. We just had an unbelievable year. We had records go down. We had conference records go down. It's just been a truly amazing year. But before I really get started, if you were a spring sport athlete, can you stand up, please? All right. A lot of what you do and a lot of what you've accomplished this year takes a lot of flexibility from the individuals that you see sitting out here right now. These teachers and this administration and these people that work here at school go through a lot when you miss 6th, 7th, and 8th hour, sometimes almost every day a week. So I want you, along with me, to give these teachers a long round of applause. Thank you. All right, you can sit down. All right, bring the track team out. If you were in track this year, come on out here real quick. Hold you, I love it. All right. Let's start track team, middle school and high school combined. We had a great season. We had 9 state qualifiers in the middle school. This year we have 4 state qualifiers. We had conference records go down. Dakota's broke his dad's record that was set in 1998 in the 800. He set the conference record this year in the 800. He also tied the school record that was set in 1961 in the 800-meter run at the conference meet. So he's had an amazing year. Reese broke her own school record in the discus by throwing 123 feet 8 inches, which up until that point, no one had gone really over 112 feet. He also set the indoor conference record this year in shot put. Every one of these kids have done something amazing this year. They've all set PRs and had just an amazing season. And all their work ethic and all the things that they've done have been amazing. All right, but they couldn't do it without a lot of people that helped them out. Our middle school coaches are amazing. Coach Rachel, Coach Rhea do an amazing job. Coach Patton, her first year coaching with us this year, has done an amazing job. Coach Corey, Coach Brett, Coach Jay, we're only as good as the people we surround ourselves with. And we surround ourselves with people that really care about kids, really help us out, and really do whatever's best for these kids. So these kids have done an amazing job this year. They've kind of set a new bar. They keep raising the bar every year of what is good to come. So let's give the track team a round of applause. Meat and potatoes. All right, we got 4 people qualifying for the state track meet. Hardest thing to do is probably get to state. Once you get to state, you feel like 1,000 pounds comes off your shoulders. To get to state this year was probably the biggest challenge we've had in a lot of what we did this year. We had to be able to run some of our best times at the regional just to get out of the regional and go to sectionals, and then we had to turn around 3 days later and do it again just to get to state. That takes a lot out of an athlete. Takes a lot out of your abilities to do things, and I think we saw that when he ran the 800, legs were tired. He had to run the fastest races of his life just to get out. Autumn running the race of her life. Every one of these kids did something. So when we got to sectional, we kind of knew we had some shots to get there. The first one that punched their ticket was Chance. Chance comes in. I thought Chance was probably the most dangerous thrower in the boys' discus because we don't know what his top end is. We don't know how far he can throw yet. And he came in seated 5th. All of a sudden, he pops a 144-foot, 4-inch throw, and I went, we're in. End up winning the sectional championship. We've only had that a few other times in throwing history where a thrower came in and win the sectional championship. But he punched his first ticket. This kid works amazingly hard in the weight room. and a lot of his hard work paying off. He picked up the discus last year, about 2.5 weeks before conference, and he's going to state this year. And a lot of that's because of how hard he works. So our first state qualifier is Chance Ludash. So about 25 minutes later, the second ticket was punched. All right, and last year, she took 5th at the sectional. She just missed it by 3.5 inches. Going to state was 5th. She came back. She was injured. Came back, worked hard, defended her conference title in the shot put, and you could just see the weight come off her shoulders. She's teetering right now with a school record. She's about 2 inches. I think 2.25 inches for breaking the school record in the shot put on her best throw this year. We'll also go down there, PR, and do the best we can. See what happens, let them fall. But second ticket punch was Chance's sister about 25 minutes later. And our next state qualifier, Brooklyn Ludash. And the third ticket punch was in the 1600. Like I said, Dakota had to run. He was going to have to run 4 grade races in order to go to state. 2 on Monday, and then 2 again on Thursday. He came out, ran, how many seconds were he down? 6? 5? I think he dropped his PR by about 5.5 seconds. He ran a 4 minute and 31 second mile. All right, he ran 4 laps around the tracks at about 4:31 against what I thought was probably one of the toughest. I mean, there were 6th grade kids in there that we knew that we were going to have to try and outrun. And Dakota came across, punched his ticket. You can see the weight kind of come off his shoulders. And 800 was just kind of didn't have much left. Their legs were tired. But Dakota's going to go down right now. He's seated 8th. 8th at state. Top 6 go to the podium. Brooklyn's seated 9th right now with a really good shot. Chance is seated 10th. So every one of these kids has an opportunity to go down here. But the third ticket punched, Dakota Nelson. All right, 4th ticket punch. I got an email Sunday from Autumn's dad. He says, I got a theory. Let's drop her from the 16 and let's put her all in the 8. I got a theory. And I said, sent it to Coach Patton, and we said, okay, let's see if this theory works. And it worked pretty darn well. She came in, ran the best race of her life at the regional in the 800 meters, qualified for sectionals in that as well as the 2 mile. She came in again, dropped amazing time at the sectional, came in 4th, qualified for state, and you could just see, like, holy man, like, just unbelievable. She was sick halfway through the year, and we were just so happy that she got, the lungs came back, and she just looked like another whole different monster. But the theory worked, and she is an amazing worker. All these kids are, but she punched her ticket, and you could just see the weight come off, and the smiles come out, and it was just a great day for her. But 4th state qualifier for Plainville this year, Autumn Lott. Autumn seated right there in that top 12. She's got a great chance to go down there, win her heat, PR, and that's all we ask for when you go to state. Go down there, hit your best marks, run your best race, and then everything else will just fall where it's going to fall. 3 of these individuals will compete on Thursday. Chance is going to throw at about 3 o'clock. He's in the first throwing heats of the discus at 3. Brooklyn's going to probably throw somewhere around 5:30, depending on the length of the shot put in Division 2. Autumn will probably run somewhere between 5:30, 6:30 in that hour window when the 800 comes up. And then Dakota will run on Saturday sometime mid-afternoon. These kids have worked hard. These kids behind them have worked hard. Our weightlifting program this summer has done an amazing job for this track program. I know 6 a.m. is early for some people, but these guys have committed. There's kids that broke records this year that committed to that. So, I mean, the work ethic that in track, you get out of it what you put into it. And these kids, all these kids have put a ton into it. So I just want to thank you for this opportunity. These were 4 individuals. We're going to state. I'm excited to see what we do when we go down there. We're going to leave tomorrow at 10 a.m. We're going to take the PR chains down to lacrosse and see what happens. But let's give these 4 a round of applause. Now we'll take a picture. Get everybody in. Again, I just want to thank the coaches, thank the kids. One more round of applause. We got 2 more
Okay. Before we send you off for summer break, we want to announce our last May Student of the Month for our high school students. This student has always been a bright young man. He puts significant effort into his schoolwork, always going above the expectations. He also has an easygoing attitude and is good for a joke or two throughout the class. Not only that, he gets along well with his classmates, and overall, he lifts up the mood of the class. May's Student of the Month in the high school is Noah Olpers. Okay, with that being said, we can go back to class. Yeah.